You came to the right place. There are some rooms you get into where you can smell it, you can see it, and you can feel it. It is excitement, my friends. And it only happens when you get that synergy of people who know their stuff. There were these two men. They were walking down a busy city street. As they strolled down the street, imagine the city. There were cars, trucks, buses, very noisy. But one of those men stops, looks to his friend, and he asks, "Hey, do you hear that cricket?" And the other man says, "It's too noisy. I can't hear the cricket." Well, the man who heard the cricket is a zoologist. He's been trained to hear the sounds of nature. So to make a point, the zoologist reaches into his pocket, pulls out a coin, drops it on the pavement, and as the coin clinks on the pavement, about a dozen pedestrians start to look around for the money. And with that, the zoologist looks to his friend and he says, "People hear what they listen for." And my friends, the question we want to ask ourselves today is, what are we listening for? Because today is the day where you put a stake in the ground and we say to ourselves, we are moving on forward. The ideas that we're going to share today will make a difference. It almost always comes down to people. About 4 years ago, I was invited to this meeting in Atlanta. Went to Atlanta, and that was the day that I met Joe Crisara for the first time. You know what it's like when you meet someone for the first time, and within about 30 seconds, you get that person. There is a sincerity, there's a genuine attitude, there's something honest that just comes from them. And in that first 30 seconds, a bond was established. And what I learned about Joe in that first minute or two is Joe has solid principles, real experience, and proven results. What is solid, what is real, and what is proven. And the speakers here today are all experts in their field who share those same attributes. They've built their success on something solid, something real, and something proven. Now, what I've learned about adult education is that in any classroom, talkers are the learners. When students sit down and they remain quiet and well-behaved, there isn't always a lot of learning happening. But when students start to engage, and as each speaker gives you the opportunity to ask a question, or they invite comments, I urge you to speak up, because you will be doing everyone in the room a favor when you start to talk. Because what happens when you ask a question in a room like this is you're not just answering the question for yourself. You're answering the question for everyone in the room. Because if you're curious about something, I bet other people are too. So speakers, if you're going to invite comments and questions, do it loudly and you will benefit also. Because those questions and those comments will enable you to dig deep inside of your reservoir of information and get us out of our agenda just a bit. And that is the serendipitous synergy that enables classrooms to reach a higher level. And that's what we want to strive for. So all the speakers by now are excited. They have their speeches planned. They've got all this energy pumping through their system. And there's a story that best illustrates the way all of these experts are feeling right now. The story is about a little girl in first grade. This little first grade girl is in her classroom and she's got her pen and she's writing something on her desk. And the first grade teacher sees this little girl, diligent and tenacious, just writing away at something. A stern, serious look on her face. And the first grade teacher walks up to the girl and she asks, honey, what are you working on? And the little girl says, I am drawing a picture of God. And the teacher says, oh, honey, no one really knows what God looks like. And the little girl says, they will in a few minutes. And that is exactly the way our speakers feel right now. They're all saying to themselves, they will in a few minutes. These speakers are going to share their insight, their wisdom, and their experience. The question to ask ourselves is, how courageous can we be to raise the educational level in the room? So speakers, this is the number 5, which is your 5-minute warning. So I'll be clocking the speeches. My job is to keep us on schedule. And I'll be providing some insight as the day wears on. And you are in for such a special treat with our first speaker. Because when you ask yourself a few questions, one of the questions might be, well, who do I want to learn from? Well, if I could propose to you that, would you like to learn from a guy who oversees millions of dollars in sales? Does that sound interesting? Absolutely. You want to learn from a guy who can increase your traffic and someone who can decrease your cost per call. This is a person who began his career with a startup. And if I know anything about startups, is you roll up your sleeves, you get down and dirty, and sometimes it's 7 days a week. You work hard. But the manifestation of what happens when someone begins with that company and gets this real world experience is something terrific. So as our first speaker takes the podium, I want you to get your pom-poms, spread them around the table. There you go. Take your pom-pom. That's not a rhetorical statement. Pass them around. Patrick, you work your way up front, and you better get ready to rock. Let's shake those pom-poms. Woo!
Thank you very much. Now, wow, a lot of beautiful faces here. My name is Patrick Prudent. I work with Blue Hat Marketing. We're going to talk about agile marketing and its undisputed advantages in this day and age of digital marketing. Now, what is agile marketing? Agile marketing is a strategy that solves problems and creates value to your business fast. It's based on constant testing of data. Within the constant test, it covers all aspects of the internet market and delivers a turnkey solution that will increase your cost per call, justify your return on investment, and measurement of SEO, blogging, social media, pay-per-click, mobile marketing, website content, landing pages is all key. It's fast, efficient, and effective. So the wheel doesn't stop turning until everything is found for your business. So 4 to 5 years ago, about 90% of all internet marketing came through Google organic search. There was no such thing as pay-per-click. There wasn't any such thing as social media. Over the course of time, all of this has changed. It's become a smart and personalized type of search. You have your organic search, your paid searches, your local searches, your paid local searches, and basically everything became smart and targeted, personalized type of search. Now, everything is accessible to the consumer, so we have to be ready when the consumer needs us by having a good website foundation, having a proper website content, proper pay-per-click, proper social media, proper, sorry guys, accessibility to smart devices, everything's important. So you have to have these abilities, or at least some of them, or else you're screwed, basically. So I'm going to go through my first slide here. How to hire a right agency. This is number one. The right online marketing mix and Blue Hat's hybrid solution. So we're going to go through these three tables, through these three topics. Now, business-to-business marketing, shifting their budgets towards inbound marketing. Now, social media, search engine optimization, paid search are on the top four. So it's key. Your business has to be there because the smart shoppers are on social media. They're on these inbound marketing platforms. So if your business isn't there, it won't work out. More than half the marketers increased their inbound marketing budget in 2011. We're in 2013 now, so that graph must go up. It's probably about 60 or 70%. More and more of the things we do offline, we now do online. Send and read email, use of a search engine, product research, get news, fun pass the time, buy a product, social networking, everything is done online. So that's at stake. If your business isn't there, well, chances are you won't get what you need, right? 1/3 of U.S. consumers spend 3 hours online every day. So that's just 1/3 of them. Everybody's online at least an hour a day. So by having the proper content, the proper visibility for your website and your business is key. 300 million people, 300 million citizens, 200 million of them are on the do not call list. So don't call them. Inbound marketing is the way to go. You have to be there when the customer needs you. It weeds out 200 million people, so everybody's game. Now, inbound marketing costs 62% less than per lead than traditional outbound marketing. That's nearly half the amount. So we got to make sure that we get those smart shoppers. U.S. local small businesses are actively using social media marketing to promote their businesses. Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, they're all up there. Your business has to be there with a right proper internet visibility. Now, I'm just going to go to how to hire a right agency. Make sure they don't talk like me. Offers the right services. Presents clearly defined delivery process. Uses a goal-oriented sales process. Maintains a website optimized for inbound themselves. Presents compelling case studies. Teaches and trains their staff. In-house capabilities or with trusted partners. Possesses strong management skills. Places emphasis on measurement and values transparency. Now, these are the 10 topics that give you an indication on who is the right company to hire. Now, offers the right services. Now, a firm that asserts itself as an inbound marketing agency should offer 4 core services. Now, the ability to generate traffic through SEO, blogging, social media, pay-per-click, mobile marketing are all key. The ability to develop premium content on your landing pages and manage those leads coming in. The ability to convert traffic into leads. This is very important. You have to know how to take that traffic that's coming to your website, create the right landing page, create perfect content for it, and set it out. Constant measurement and analysis must come second nature. What are you measuring? Are you measuring calls? Are you measuring your local visibility? Are you measuring your social interactions? Everything must be measured, tested, measured again. Now, presenting a clearly defined delivery process. Now, the partner agency should be able to outline their approach in the terms of 7 core processes. Designing of a campaign, putting together the plan of attack, execute that plan in a timely fashion, measure results, measure your return on investment, refine the campaign, and execute again. The more times you do this, you'll weed out the bad campaign, you'll weed out the keywords that are not working, and you'll be able to refine it.